Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and whenever I get a new lock, I often do a bit of research on the internet and see what is it, because there's no point in looking at a lock and finding you can't gut it, or it's got some passive or active pins or a secret check pin or something like that, and not being able to pick the lock. So I had a bit of research, and it seems like there's a lot of 2-star SKG malwares out there with passive pins, which is a sort of anti-bump / key control pin mechanism that locksmiths use out there on YouTube. And I watched a few of those videos, and the lock looked relatively easy to pick, but I could not pick this lock. And then I realized that these were not passive key control pins, the ones on here just where my thumbnail is. These are active. So 2 rows of active pins, opposite each other, directly opposite each other as it happens. And yeah, this means that this is a 10-pin malware. So yeah, I guess we've got to throw it in a vise and pick it. And if we can pick it, I'll see if I can gut it. I've already removed the circlip from this side, so I will use this side to show the key working, because I don't want to accidentally pull the plug out and then find all 10 pins all over my my surface here. All right, let me grab a vise. Okay, so we are in the vise. There is that lovely key. Here is the bitting, so very high cut, medium cut, high cut, very deep cut, almost zero lift, and a very deep cut. Then at the top, we have on the other side, this is the top bitting, sort of, I suppose it's relatively deep, then it goes full lift, medium, full lift again. Got a Z wrench here, pop that in, get a left-handed flat flag, go in, pin 1, go onto pin 2, nothing, pin 3 at the bottom now, binding, nice click, 4, nothing, 5, little click. Okay, so pin 1, nothing, pin 2's binding now, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's try the top pins, 2, 3, little click, 5. Okay, pin 1 at the front at the top, nice little click. That's pin 2 actually, so pin 1, and we're open. There we go. So we do have an open. I think that if I'm going to turn it all the way around, I've got to keep the tension on, and I'll probably just have to see if I can get past those top pins, because they're going to sort of lock up into that keyway. Might be able to get in a turning tool. Yeah, we can turn it a bit further around as well, so we can definitely get the lock open this way. So, but it will, all these top pins will go into that keyway if not careful. So you sort of have to get a something flat, go down the keyway, there you go, and force your way around. Okay, so I'm worried that if I turn it all the way around, that way we're going to end up with a little bit of a problem that the top pins, because they are opposite, will go into the well, where the key pins are below that, and that might actually break the lock. So I don't know whether I'll use a plug spinner. So I'm going to try and use a plug spinner for its intended purpose of spinning this plug around past the shear line and on this open lock, and let's see what happens. Well, that didn't quite work. I suppose what I could do is just try to rip this out and then piece it back together using a front follower. Maybe that's the only way to do it at this point. Oh God. Okay, well, let's hope it doesn't balk the lock. We're just going to do it, because I don't know why this sort of cam piece won't fit in, so I'm just going to take that out. Right, okay, so there's a whole load of very greasy pins and things in there. Hopefully I'll be able to get this back together somehow. But let's scrape it apart and just have a look on the inside at least and see what's going on. Might not even have a plug follower that's, looking at that, thin enough. So Here, yeah, this might be a project put back together at some other date. Let's grab some tweezers and hope for the best. Wow, this is a real mess. So these key pins here are, so these are driver pins. These are all standard drivers, and a spool. That was, the spool was in 3 because I felt that. No, 2. Spool's in 2. And somewhere else, but I don't know where. Sadly, that's one of the downsides to doing it this way. Then we've got all of these lovely little top pins and a little key pin there. I wonder if I'll ever get this back together. This might actually become sadly a cut euro if I'm not careful. Oh my goodness, these little top pins are, that's 5. So these are all the drive pins, these little key pins for the top. Just grab these out. So that's 5, 4, that's 1 at the top. There we go. Okay, so there we go. I feel this lock has got its blood's worth out of me. So we have looks like all standard little key pins. They only look like T-pins because it stops the pins from falling out into the keyway. We've got a combination of spools and standard driver pins. We then have these really nice little top pins here. These are all standard driver pins with standard key pins. So all standard key pins, top and bottom, with some spooled drivers and standard drivers on the sort of bottom row. So yeah, not bad, not bad. So whew, what a lock. Bit of a tough one to crack and to gut. Looking at this, everything's sort of fine. Yeah. Ooh, that's bad as well, isn't it? Thank goodness I didn't fall into that, or get some pins trapped in this, probably construction keying thing. Ugh. Anyway, look, hope you enjoyed that video. I've got no idea how to put this back together, but I'll try my best. If you did like this video, leave it a like. If you've got any comments, leave them below. Do read them all and reply to as many as I can. If you haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do so. Really appreciate it. It really helps my channel out. And of course, stay safe, happy picking, and I'll see you all next time.